just to say one more thing that we haven't spoken about, but that I think is hugely important, and that is the global aspect of, an international aspect of the digital economy, so to say. Because I think I worked a lot in trade policy, and there we've done so good with the ITA that actually gave us 0 tariffs on all ICT products. And what we need to do now, and what I think the Commission should do more, and Carl de Gucht, the Trade Commissioner, should do more, is trying to actually do some kind of digital services agreement to see to that you get less, especially non-tariff barriers, but less barriers for digital services as well.
I fully share the view that I think that if there's political will, everything is possible. And I think that, but in this case, the political will has been missing for ages. And I think that perhaps then coming to the question of the copyrights, and I think that when the Commission is coming with its proposal on collective rights management, of course it's not only the cross-border licensing that we are looking at, but of course also the governance and the transparency of the system. And of course they are tricky issues, and I fully share that there are, I think that very many views and details, but I think that but definitely simplifying, streamlining, making cross-border licensing possible and happening, I think they're kind of a clear underlying objectives that we are having in there.
I think in order to achieve a single digital market, we have to continue to have and even increase, to your point, a more competitive environment globally, regulation by ensuring competitiveness, if we do even need regulation, which I'm not so sure about, and just allowing for not just tax competition, but also to raise credit and to raise funding within Europe as well, on an infrastructure level, on a web services level, and on a variety of levels. And we're not going to solve that problem today, but it's something to take away and think about.
Ultimately, this is a political question. Whether we want to make these compromises which are required, we make the compromises. There are sacrifices needed, but there is a bigger gain which is available for us. And it's ultimately, it is a political decision. So therefore, this is what I would like to plea, that we need political leadership to make this happen, because there is a huge opportunity for Europe to become a leader in the ICT space again.
There's no real difference between a digital single market and a single market. We need to bear that in mind and not try to see somehow digital market as a separate entity. We need to define digital citizenship, both to protect consumers, particularly young consumers, but also to provide clarity for the general public in what's legal, what's not legal, and what's acceptable behaviour online, and a need for a genuine harmonisation and facilitation from policymakers, where there are lots of seemingly quite simple, low-cost things that we can do to make the digital market work more effectively, and it's about galvanising action, whether it's for a digital services agreement or for the European patent or for other obvious, perhaps practical things that could be done to make life easier for entrepreneurs, so that this next generation, which we're going to talk about in the next panel, will have the jobs and will have the opportunities to innovate that we hope will lead us to have the next wave of economic growth that we need in Europe.